Did you know that button used to be yellow?
To subscribe?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Hello, everyone. We're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Scream.
That's when. And today we're talking about the recently released film Scream. Not Scream 5, just Scream, which I like. It's
The best movie out now.
yes, arguably. So we've got some returning characters with Neve Campbell, Neve Campbell. I always say Neve Campbell, David Arquette, and we have some new characters as well, like Melissa Barrera. Is that yes? I just can't read far away. What's it? Jack Quaid, and those are like your two notable actors.
Yep.
Pretty much. Everyone else I've seen and stuff, but like you never really.
Well, the sheriff
Oh yeah,
ladies,
Dylan Minnett. He was 13 Reasons Why guy.
Also, the sheriff was in the previous movie, right?
I don't remember, but she's been in some other stuff.
I think she was in the previous movie.
Yes, she was in Scream 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I barely remember Scream 4. But so this is a continuation 25 years after the original one. I guess it's technically 11 years since the last one came out. But as always, we've got a new Ghostface killer. He's popping up, murdering people. But why? There's always reasons. And they talk about it. We'll save the spoilers and twists and stuff until later. But what'd you think about this movie?
Listen, I don't know if I want to go the route of people hating me.
No, just go for it, man. Like, I think I want to know what you think, like, personally, because have you seen the other Scream movies?
Yes and no. I've seen the first one.
The best one.
Barely remember it. It was like a long time ago. I was probably like 12 or 13.
Yeah, these are definitely like ones you watch like as a kid. Like the first time I watched all of the 4 was when I was like 13. My sister watched them all with her friends. I was like, I'll watch them, and I was like, these are pretty funny. I like it.
The first Scream did not leave enough impression on me to be
That's
like
fair.
I liked it or hated it because well, the thing I probably didn't like it because like I didn't like horror movies in general back in the day. They're just really boring to me for some reason. But this Scream, I'm gonna pick and choose real quick.
Go for it.
This is a story that I would see as something that's possible that would like something that would happen in real life. Because like if there were just like,
and that's what they've gone for, kind of the realistic. Like this is a killer who bases himself off of movies, and then it's ironic because the movies get made about him, and like that's the whole thing. The original one was directed by Wes Craven, the guy who did Nightmare on Elm Street, The Thing, all of that. So like
I want to jump to the one that I really like, but this is gonna be a spoiler. So if you just want to know what we think about it, just go at the end, or maybe whatever timestamp this is.
But just go ahead.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The only thing I liked about this was the fact that the two people that were involved with Ghostface are basically Redditors.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they're like basically like they're just obsessed with this serial killer, and they just basically wanted to imitate him.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would much rather like that than have someone's family go through like, oh, your dad killed this person, and I'm the daughter of this person. It's basically like the terrorist.
So like just a quick Scream review kind of thing. It's like the first two, if I remember, like Billy Loomis is kind of like even a character. And whatever is Shaggy, they want to get like famous or like, and it's like, oh, we've seen all these movies, we know what we're doing. The second one was like the mom of Loomis and some other guy. The third one, I forget, or that third one might be the Loomis. The third one, they're like in Hollywood, and it's arguably the worst one. The fourth one is like Neve Campbell's cousin is jealous of her famousness and like a expert on all the stab stuff, and now this one. The reason I like the Scream like series so much is because it's a spoof of like slasher horror movies.
Yeah.
But we've also gotten spoofs like Scary Movie who have also spoofed Scream. So like in the end, it's like in the middle of this weird meta. Like it's not a real one, but it is, but it's also like not a scary movie, and it's very meta in the sense of just like movies, and I just like stuff like that.
The way I see it, this movie is basically just a parody of itself, and that's something that I kind of don't like.
I would understand that coming from you.
I honestly think that this could. I wish they did something serious about Ghostface.
Watch
I think he could be a tantalizing character.
Watch the MTV series. Apparently, that's kind of a more serious.
Really?
Yeah. And it's a TV show, and you know that's all you, man.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
MTV was still around.
But and just another like Ghostface thing. I was Ghostface for like 4 years in a row when I was younger in Halloween. So there's just like a little connection there, and I don't know. I just love like the look of it and stuff. It's just cool.
I had a Ghostface outfit in middle school, 5th grade.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know if we want to talk about story stuff in this. I mean, do you like? We have our returning characters, and which was cool to see him back. Nev Campbell and Courtney Cox, so hot.
There it is.
I mean, I just had to say. Everybody else was thinking it.
I don't know. I don't
know. It's also just like nostalgia with like the originals of like, yeah, they're like the OG characters and stuff. It was cool to see. But spoiler alert, they freaking kill off David Arquette.
Yeah.
And they slash him open. It was awesome. I'm glad they did that. Honestly, I wish they killed all 3 of them.
Yeah.
That would have been cool, but I guess
there's another sequel or whatever.
Oh, I'm sure. So. Watch. They'll call this next one Scream 2. And it's like they even like had a whole like monologue from the one girl who was like the expert on horror movies where this was like a requel. And like I just loved it, man. I'm sure you hated that, but I just I loved it. I was like, God, they're doing it in the movie, and it's just like, you can't do this. It's this. It's great.
When are people gonna learn that texting someone not to go somewhere is just gonna be the opposite of the reaction that you're expecting?
No,
like they're gonna come anyways. So like, what's the fucking point? He was like, "Don't come here." The Ghostface is back, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, look, I'm here. This movie has like its stupid points like that, but I'm like, dude, it's kind of on purpose. I love it. Like, it's so.
I hated that it was very predictable.
It was a little bit. I did like sitting there for a little bit. Me like, who is it? Who is it? I will say from like the first trailer I saw, I was like, it's totally Jack Quaid. Like I was like, it's totally him. Yeah. And they tried to throw me off, and they kind of did when I was watching it. But I was like, I don't know, and it came back around. But our 2 killers in the end were the boyfriend of our main character, and then like the friend of the sister, and like. Yeah, like you said, they're Redditors and stuff.
They're basically Redditors.
Reddit was like, we're going to get famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have seen the stab movies. Joke's on you.
Why would you think I'm boring to be a killer? Like, what the who says that? You're too boring to be a killer. Anyone can be a killer.
I don't know. She was too boring to be a killer. I don't know. For a second there, I was like, it's her. She hasn't had much screen time. But no, then I was like, no, because like they gotta set up the like twists and turns. I'm like,
and the way they tried to hide the reveal at the end was really stupid. Because like the thing is, like the girl, whatever her name is, the other Ghostface girl, she wasn't tall enough or strong enough to fight a sheriff. I mean, regardless if he got stabbed, she was facing a gun. But no, she just survived the gunshot. Because no, I don't think it was Jack, because he was with him.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like in that elevator scene in the hospital. Yeah. So I think that's really stupid. And how does he not...
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and where is he hiding the suit?
Because he's drunk.
Where is he hiding the suit, though?
So like, good, though. I love it.
This movie could have gone so much better for me if I was into these movies.
That's fair. I think this is like very much like for the fans. It was cool to see. I honestly don't think they should make any more after this. I mean,
surprise.
I just don't like. That's why I hope they would kill off Nev Campbell and Courtney Cox as well as David Arquette. Like, just have the originals dead. But you know, we'll probably get Scream 6 eventually. And I'm okay with it as long like we talked about it before we started filming, but like the writers and the directors are all like, they're kind of versed in this like meta type horror.
I will say they got my money twice, because 1, for this movie, watching it, and 2, I bought the COD skin for it.
Nice.
The Warzone skin for it. You're welcome.
Ghostface is just so cool looking.
I think he's a cool character. Don't get me wrong. I like the fact that it could just be anyone.
Yep.
At the same time, I feel like they maybe take the next one a little too seriously.
Also, the knife is just so cool looking. I'd get that tattoo of the knife. Overall, Scream is a movie that is for the fans, and they did a great job for it. I think teenagers or whoever wanted to go see this could have fun in this movie because there is some dumb comedy.
It is very dumb.
It is dumb, but it's also like to the point of like for the fans.
It was really annoying at some points. The comedy part. It was just getting too annoying because it'd be thrown in the middle of a serious scene.
That's just all the movies though.
No, that's fair. What I'm saying is like I think the setup for it wasn't that great. So I mean, if they got like comedians in it, just one at least, I think it would have been better if they did that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I also like one thing, how these kids are obviously not in high school.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
It's totally on purpose though. Like there's no way they didn't do that on purpose because it's like that's always been the trope. Like the kids are like 30 but they're playing 18-year-olds. So I just thought that was funny. They still kept that. But overall, I know you haven't seen all the other Scream movies, but I'm going to do my ranking of them real quick. Or you haven't, whatever.
Go for it.
But one's still the best. Then this one, then 2, then 3. No, 2, then 4, then 3. I think 2 has one of the best openings for all the movies, like in the movie theater. It's just so funny. It's even parodied in, like I said, the Scary Movie. But yeah, Scream, it's great. I loved it. But let's get to our ratings. Let's wrap it up. We do 2 ratings, as always. Critical, entertainment value. 1 being the best, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. What's your critical rating?
It's hard to put a number on this because it's like the fans think that like there's like a cult following to these movies. And
absolutely. What
worries me is not knowing which cult following is right. Because like there's like the cult following who knows that this is a parody, and there's the cult following who knows that this is like something. This could be something serious.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one.
I don't know.
I cater to.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go down the middle. I'm just gonna say 5.
5. Okay.
Normally, when I criticize something and I don't know how to criticize it, I'm just gonna cater to the fans and say.
Fair enough. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I like critically. Entertainment wise, like I'll just go to mine. I'm giving it a 10. Like I
fucking hated this movie.
Dude, just like every moment I'm just smiling and like seeing that comment that some movie account I follow was like, I was in watching Scream and there's people cheering like an Endgame and stuff, like just with even the scene of Neve Campbell like running with her kids and they do the turnaround and it's her and the people are like cheering. I'm like, honestly, I would be right there cheering with them if I was in that theater. Like, I don't care. Like, if it happens, it happens. I'm sorry if you get stuck in that showing and you don't like it. But yeah, I loved it. I was just smiling at every moment just because it's just such a fun movie for me.
You know, the person that I would want to do a Scream movie, right? Because like normally, you know, when I find something bad but has potential, I'm gonna do a follow-up. I want to do a kind of fan casting.
Okay.
The person that I would love to see do a Scream movie is the same guy who either directed or wrote Knives Out.
Rian Johnson?
Yeah.
That would be good.
Because I think that's a well done.
They even mentioned him in the movie. They didn't say him by name, and I was like, that is true. Like he would be good for this. So
it would be excellent. I think he would subvert fans' expectations. He would do so well at this.
Well, yeah, because then they say he did direct one. I'm pretty sure that was the line that he was like, oh, he directed Stab 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
If only.
But yeah, so you never
I would
know.
watch that, and I'd probably give it a good score because I like Knives Out.
But what about your entertainment value before we wrap this bad boy up? I'm interested. A 4?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. I think that's pretty, like, averaging them out. Like yours would be like a 4.5, and mine would be like a 8.25.
Just about.
Yeah, so that's about right. But anyways, that's our review for the Scream 2022. It's honestly probably one of the better things I think that's gonna come out over the next week, maybe 2. Because next week there's like nothing. Anyways, though, that is our review for Scream, our big feature film podcast. Thank y'all for watching. Big feature film review. Thank you for watching. Like if you enjoyed, comment down below, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. We love movies. We love y'all.
Hit the red button.
Bye. Hit the bell.